You're welcome to my channel. We are still continuing with topic 3, elements of taxation. And we are still looking at the taxes and non-tax revenues charged under the central government. We are done with the taxes, so in this video we are going to be looking at the non-tax revenues charged under the central government. So non-tax revenues include duties, fees and fines collected by the Uganda Revenue Authority, because it's the Uganda Revenue Authority that administers taxes on behalf of the central government. The non-tax revenues collected by URA are stamp duty, license fees and other government non-tax revenues. So we are going to look at where non-tax revenues come from. The first source of non-tax revenues is registration of motor vehicles. The law applicable is the Traffic Control and Road Safety Act, Cap 361. This involves allocation of number plates to motor vehicles and registration book. The registration of motor vehicles in Uganda is currently carried out in Kampala at the Motor Vehicle Registration Unit within Customs Business Center, Nakawa and Malaba. The registration of motor vehicles is done after confirmation that the customs duties are paid and the vehicle is legally imported into the country. So that is the first source of non-tax revenue, which is registration of motor vehicles. Another source of non-tax revenue is re-registration. Re-registration is like registering again. It means registering a motor vehicle, trailer or engineering plant bearing Ugandan registration number plate with new series of registration plates. And the two types of re-registration. The first one is changing from old number plates to new number plates, then changing from duty-free to ordinary number plates. So that is another source of non-tax revenue, which is re-registration. And another source of non-tax revenue is transfer of ownership of a motor. This refers to the change of ownership of a motor vehicle from one partner to another. This function is centralized in Kampala Licensing Office, where the motor vehicle files are kept. The Traffic and Road Safety Act 1999 provides for the transfer of ownership of a vehicle within 14 days from the date of sale. So when you're transferring your vehicle from you to someone else, you pay some charges. And those are non-tax revenues to the government. It is carried out in Kampala Licensing Office, where the motor vehicle files are kept. Let's look at the requirements for transfer of a motor. Requirements for transfer of a motor. The first one is duly completed transfer forms. You must have them. Then, where one of the parties is a corporate body, the official stamp or seal must be affixed and a letter of consent to transfer or to sell. Then both the transferor and the transferee must present themselves to the licensing officer for identification. And the transferor and the transferee must indicate their tax identification numbers on the transfer forms. Then lastly is that assessments for transfer fees are made and issued to the applicant. So those are the requirements for transfer of a motor vehicle. And those were some of the sources of non-tax revenues to the government. Registration of a motor vehicle, re-registration, and then transfer of a motor. Other non-tax revenues, we have fees, we have fines and penalties assessed by the government ministries, departments and agencies, and are collected and accounted for by URA. So those were the non-tax revenues levied, charged and collected by the central government, represented by URA. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share with your friends, and watch my next video. We shall be introducing the fourth topic, elements of taxation, which is income tax. This has been the end of topic 3.